Okay, so right about now, welcome to World Class Business. I'm about to share to you or drop the bombshell in a nutshell. Actually, what is it that actually transformed Joshua's life from that random guy to the extraordinary person running a world class business project right now? So, welcome to World Class Business Project. You might be asking yourself, what is it that imeweza kusaidia Sir Joshua, ama what is it that transformed this dude's life? Okay, so before I even talk about, there is something that we really need to know. Okay, what should we know? What should we understand? What should we start what should we actually know before we even start this exposition? It is actually the current reality. What about the current reality? Okay, most people earn less than they spend, while responsibilities keep on increasing, while income, that is, remains constant. Most people earn less than they spend as responsibilities keep on increasing while income remains constant. Here, I want to put myself in a shoe of this scenario so that I can be able to act as an example and you understand. Okay, so let us give it an example. Like personally, I'm still an undergraduate in Masomo University, pursuing that is bachelor's degree in economics and finance with IT. Giving it an example, I graduate as a fresh graduate. I could be paid, that is uh, uh, roughly probably like 30, a typical salary of a fresh graduate in economics and finance with IT. I could be paid, that is 30 to 35,000 monthly. Giving it an example, I've been like my dream company that I really wanted to work in, it was I wanted to be an economist in Kenya Revenue Authority. And let us give it an example. I've been employed, that is in Nairobi City. So nimeajiriwa pale, nimeanza maisha probably kwa a single room or maybe a bed sitter somewhere so that I can be able to sustain my life, something of assortment. A queue, as life moves on, I'll need maybe probably a companion or maybe mtu mwenye nitataka kukaa naye probably in one way or another. I could be able to interact probably with a girlfriend nikae naye as time moves on. Will maybe probably have like toddlers, I mean, ama watoto, unaona. So as maisha ikisonga hivyo, utakujanga kunotice I'll also need to take the toddlers to school. Na maisha ikisonga, room ya maybe bed sitter or single room, it might not be enough. I'll need to go to a maybe a one bedroom. Nikienda kwa one bedroom, utakujanga kunotice cost is increasing. Watoto wakitaka kwenda maybe high school or maybe secondary level, utapata ngani pia ni pesa inaongezeka at a point that they might need to go to university. So with this example, you'll come to notice that mshahara yenye nalipwa ni ile ile, but needs keeps on increasing day by day, ama kila siku. Do you think mimi nitaenda nitarudi kwa boss niende nimwambie, tafadhali boss, tafadhali niongezee mshahara because ile pesa yenye unanilipa haitoshi? Do you think it will work? Probably if I've been employed by the government, do you think I'll go back to the government and ask for the money? Or if I've been employed by my boss, do you think I'll go back to the boss and ask for the extra pay because of my needs? The answer is no. Now the way out that we might think of, probably sana sana inakuanga maybe banks or loans, unaona, or maybe loan apps zenye zinaweza tupeanga pesa. Na the current reality right now, inakuanga ngumu sana loan app yoyote ikupeange pesa. You could give it an example. Enda ujaribu app yoyote yenye inakupeanga do, ama yenye watu wana applying pesa. You might see an ad that unaweza apply, but ukienda kufuatilia process yote, you'll be told you are not eligible for this. Probably they might ask for, that is your M-Pesa statement to read a certain amount of money that you might have not accessed, of which it is almost impossible for someone who is starting something to get such a financial statement. Okay, so it's very very hard for someone to be able to access. And again, as things go to be hard or turn to be hard that way, time is still running out. Time haiongoje mse, unapatanga you are getting old, you are sibling or I mean your toddlers need they have the needs that they might need to be met. And also you have a lot of things that you need to cater for in life, but again things are getting very very hard. What could be the solution? What could be the way out? What is the way out? Okay, or way of building wealth that maybe you can be able to access and get started. At least we can get to live or seclude ourselves from this, that is a crisis of current reality. And before maybe we talk about success, I have actually a very very important concept that I really want to drive it in your head so that you can be able to understand. Okay, so I have the concept that we call the cash flow quadrant. Okay, it is a financial concept by one of my mentors, that is Robert T. Kiyosaki. As I used to grow myself, that is financially, or my financial literacy, I came across this concept that is very very imperative you be able to understand, because as I share with you, it will be easy if you understand this. Starting with this concept, it has 4 quadrants: the E quadrant, the S quadrant, and the B quadrant, and the I quadrant. Starting with the E quadrant, it is the quadrant where it stands for the employees. Someone who's employed is someone who has a job. This is someone who are working either maybe on daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis. It's someone who shows up for work, okay, and they're being paid for the same. And when you go to the self-employment quadrant, this is someone who does not have a job, but they're the job themselves. You have a skill that you need to execute for you to be paid. Probably an example, like maybe someone who is a barber, or is running a barber shop, okay, or someone mwenye maybe ana run probably something like a boutique yenye anahitaji afungue mwenyewe, aende afanye kila kitu pale, apange vitu yeye mwenyewe na auze kila kitu yeye mwenyewe. Are we together at that point? So ukikujanga kuangalia, someone who is a business owner is someone who does not have a job, neither are they the job themselves, but they have a system, or they're using people to make money. Okay, so we are giving it an example. Probably someone who is earning a boutique na kila kitu yeye mwenyewe ndo anafanya pale. Unaona, utakuja ku notice that person does not run a business, but they are the job themselves, and that's self employment. Whereas when it reaches a point that you have a lot of shops, probably one in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, Kilifi, different places, you'll come to notice that that shifts from being a business owner to it shifts from being self-employed to a business owner, because you're having a system. All those things are running independently, but they are centralized. You organize them at a centralized point. Without you being involved, still you can use them to make money. That's what we call a business. And when we come to the I quadrant, this is someone who has substantial amount of money, and they're asking themselves, where can I place this money so that I can be able to make more money? Okay, so in this quadrant, I want you to understand, okay, according to that is Robert T. Kiyosaki, he tells us that you can become rich in any of this quadrant, and also you can also end up being poor in any of this quadrant, but you are the determinant factor. Whereas it is very very easy for one to become rich in the B and I side of the quadrant compared to the E and S side. Why? Because in E and S side is the quadrants whereby you are trading your time to money. It's until you be actively involved for you to make money. Whereas on the B and I quadrant, it is the side where you are trading, that is a system for money, or that is a money for money. Okay, so in this quadrant, I really understand that we have something called addiction. You might have been born and raised in a place where you really believe that the only way to get to be financially free is what we call that is employment, or running a self-employment business. It is very very important that you understand that it is also important that as you stick in the quadrant that you are in right now, it's better you start and learn gradually on how you can move on the best quadrant, or on the right side of the B and I quadrant, whereby it is easier to become successful. I relate that to addiction. Okay, pole pole, as you work as an employee, do research and understand how best you can be able to be a business owner or an investor. Whereas it's also important that you understand, being on the B and I quadrant, you cannot become an investor before building wealth, or starting a business where you can get the money or substantial amount of money that you can invest. And also the same way, in this amazing project, that is world class project, we have a system. Okay, we have a system that we use to make money, just like any other business. We have a business model that we use to make money. But before I proceed, we have that is ways that we use system to make money, so that you can be able to understand what is it that world class business uses to make money. An example example, before I even talk, I really have a point that I really want to clarify. Let me ask you, according to your understanding, is wealthy plenty of money or plenty of time? Just give me your answer, okay? Even before you answer me, according to my understanding and how I've been able to know, that is wealthy is actually plenty of both. Why? Let us give it an example. If you have plenty of money, but unfortunately you don't have that abundance of time to spend your money, do you think you'll enjoy your wealth, or you'll enjoy your money? If not, then that's not wealth. Giving it an example, most of our parents, the only time that they get it free to be able to interact or enjoy with us, it's only the time when they are on leaves or maybe retirement. Are we together at that point? So utakutanga ku notice they have money but they don't have the free time to enjoy with their beloved ones, okay? Whereas another side, what if you have abundance of money, abundance of time, but unfortunately you don't have even a penny to spend? Even you lose value left, right, center. Nobody will love to interact with you. In fact, you live a devastated life, okay? And what if you have both of them? There is where now a freedom comes in, okay? So how do we get plenty of time while making a fortune, or how do we get plenty of time while making a lot of money? Is through what we call residual income. You might be asking me, what is actually residual income? Residual income, this is money that you keep on receiving on a continual basis after doing something one in a lifetime, okay? There are few ways that create residual income, of which world-class business being one of the project that create residual income. But first, let us look at be a music recording artist. Kuna watu wengi wameimbanga music, something that was done once, okay? Ilifanywa mara moja, but they're using it to make time, wanatengenezanga pesa nayo each and every time. And then giving an example like Michael Jackson, hata music yake ikichezwa sahi utakutanga kupata still, if someone subscribes for their music in the YouTube channel, still atatengeneza pesa pale, okay? The same way as I'm talking to you right now, music operates the same way. Ukuja kuangalia hapa, that is right best-selling novels. An example, if you are an author, okay, once you want to sell again that book, you don't need to rewrite the book or sit down do some research. You just need to copyright and then you make a sell, and also you'll be paid for the same. The next thing is what we call be a famous actor, okay? There are a lot of people who acted movies once in a lifetime, but still every time you watch or you do subscriptions or you look for the movies, still they're making money from the same. Another thing is building and renting real estate, okay? Buy and rent real estate. Unanunua nyumba or you build rentals. You can be making money once in a lifetime for something that utakuanga pale, kazi yako ni kuangalia hii mambo inaenda hivi, mambo inaenda hivi, na that's how you'll be growing, okay? Na ukujanga kuangalia hapa, build a business model that has a system. The same way what we have is a business model that I have a system. But before I proceed, what business can any person start and build wealth, okay? A business that has low starting capital, a business that has low risks. Like, you don't need to risk a lot, okay? A business that has high returns. You do something once and you make money lifetime on a continual basis. Ukuja kuangalia scalability, you can build the business under your own capacities, either full-time or a part-time, or maybe upgrade it on any place that you might need, either virtually or physically, online or offline. And the next thing is impact. A business that as you do or you earn a fortune, still you are creating impact to the society. And also a business that can help you or create what you call leverage, okay? A business that can enable you to create leverage. What is leverage? Leverage, it is whereby you make a fortune from an activity or maybe effort from different people or different system or different places, okay? Ukuja kuangalia hapa, the next thing that I want to talk about, what if there is a better way to build a business model where you don't have to own or invest millions? Nikikwambia uende uanze real estate side, it can be tough, it can be hard, in fact ni ngumu, because hiyo capital utatoa wapi? Unaona, no production and manufacturing. Nikikwambia uende produce bottles ama produce hata masufuria juu wakali, it can be kinda complex because the materials or the raw materials itakuanga ngumu, the production process yenyewe ni ngumu. The next thing is no selling. Selling in fact is very very hectic. What if I give you a business model that you don't need to sell for you to make money? No renting office space or employees. A business model whereby you can do it virtually, and if it's not virtually, that is offline, you can be able to build a business in an apartment whereby the organization pays rent for the same. Ukuja kuangalia no stocking and a purchase of products. You don't need to stock or purchase, that is capital products, for you to be able to do the business. No shipping or logistics. If it's delivery, if it's about anything that might need maybe to ship or deliver, it's catered for by the company. Okay, right now we are in a connected economy where connectors connect value through a system of leverage to build a sustainable global income. Examples of companies in the connected economy, just like our business model, that is world-class business, we are in the connected economy right now. Okay, so let us check for a few examples that lie in the connected economy. The most example that I want to use here, regardless the other examples, let us check an example like Uber. Okay, Uber, it is a business system, it is a business model, okay, that uses a system to make money, whereby it is in line with the connected economy. Let us give it an example. You and I are in the city of Nairobi. We want to travel to Kitusuru or maybe Kileleshwa. Okay, we don't need to go all the way to the bus station to look at maybe the bus for us to take us there. We just log in into the Uber app, that it connects you to the driving service automatically. Now once you make that order, you'll come to notice utapanda ile gari na upeleke penye unataka kwenda, unaona, na you come to notice that Uber app makes the most money compared to the driver themselves or you as the customer. Why? Because it is a system that is there to connect someone to a value, a product or a service in line with the connected economy. Okay, the next other example that can be used is Airbnb. BNB app is a system that is there to connect you to a house servicing. Let us give it an example. You want to go and have a sleepover maybe in Kilimani, something of assortment. You don't need to walk door by door to look for a vacant house or something of assortment or a house that can suit you. You just log in into the app. Now you choose the house that maybe fits or maybe it suits you. Okay, na ukifikanga pale utakujanga kupata that the app makes the most money compared to the real estate owners. Why? Because it is there to connect you to the housing services. Okay, inatengenezanga pesa mingi compared to the real estate owner, the real estate owners or you as a customer, because it is there to connect you to that housing service in line with the connected economy. The next example that I want to use is Netflix. To say you want to watch a movie like Money Heist, you don't need to look for the actor. You just go to Netflix app, it conveys for you the movies readily available. Okay, now you just after you pay maybe for the package, probably premium or anything, utakuja notice that every day you'll be watching the movies readily available. Now you'll come to notice Netflix makes the most money compared to the actors themselves. Because why? It is in line with the connected economy. Other examples like Jumia's, you can buy a table from Jumia, fridge like Jumia, fridge in Jumia, or a smartphone in Jumia, television in Jumia. McHugh, all these products that Jumia sells does not produce, but it is there to connect you as a customer to the the producer of the products. Thereby, in line with the connected economy, Jumia becomes the most paid that is connector compared to the producers of these products. Okay, so the same way, in line with the connected economy, guys, I want us to talk. Okay, here it is actually our journey in this amazing opportunity. These are some of the people that are above 6-figure income earners, our Dubai trip qualifiers, that is all the way in the year 2023. And besides that, as you can see, these are some of the people that have watched them grow through the same system that we are using as world-class business model. The next thing is some of the car achievers in the last 3 years in this amazing system that we are using in the same way in the world-class business model, charity fund driven at Kibera. Right now, let me tell you one thing. You might be that person whom you are very charity driven, you really want to go and help people, you do the charity activities, but unfortunately if you don't have the funds to do the same, then it comes in vain. But here we have a solution. Why? We have a system whereby you'll work with us in this amazing project, whereby you'll be accessing both the funds and all the materials that you may be needing to fund your charity.
Just fight a little just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little longer, my friend. It's all worth it in the end. But when you got nobody to turn to, just hold on and I'll find you. Just fight a little.
I want to dwell so much our vision to impact 1 million lives positively through our system by 2030 and enable 10,000 people to make a 6-figure income by 2030 and invest together in world-class estates, and also invest together in world-class schools, as you can see over there. Create a complex create a world-class sports complex. Also enable 10,000 people to travel globally by 2030. Feed 1 million lives positively by 2030, 1 million strong, as you can see over there. By creating leaders, we plan to offer mentorship to people to become leaders, offer opportunities for people to lead, and also true greatness is achieved through servant leadership. As you can see over there, our edge, we believe that using our business as a force of good, we can create a better future for all of us here. Core values in this amazing opportunity, we have what we call leadership, okay, engagement, contribution, and participation. Also excellence, no selling for no settling for that is mediocrity. Integrity, being honest and having strong morals. And also empowerment, build people, love working as a community. And also loyalty, enhances faithfulness. The next thing is also innovation, also creativity. Next 3 years from our telescope, this is what we are seeing as a vision. Change with changes around us and the world at large, okay, and also bridge the gap between the top 3 and the bottom 50% in our team. As you can see, that's actually what we are seeing in future. That's what we are actually working for. The next thing that I want to talk about here, you might be asking yourself, Sir Joshua, who is actually eligible? Who is actually eligible to participate with us or with you? Okay, I want that person who is telling me, I'm not employed, but I'm tired of sitting at home doing nothing. I want to build a legacy for my family. I need an income. I'm employed, but my salary isn't enough to meet all my needs. I need extra income. I'm looking for financial stability, freedom. I'm tired of living hand to mouth, guys. I love traveling, but I can't afford to. My monthly income doesn't even allow me to save for holiday. I don't have financial freedom. Guys, this is the solution. For you whom you're asking me about the legitimacy of this amazing world-class business model, probably we have the